demonstrator tonight. Joe Worker, he's going to tell us how to use a scoop chisel. Joe, stand up.
Okay, guys, we're going to start with the skew chisel. This is one of the most fun tools that there is. I really like it, and I'm sure you guys all agree with me. But anyway, whatever you master it, or I shouldn't say master it, whatever you understand it, it is really a lot of fun. I'm sure you've had catches, and I'm going to show you how not to have a catch. By the way, is there anybody here that has not used a skew chisel? Oh, you haven't? Everybody's used one? And everybody's pointing at everybody else. You should just grab a hold of a skew and try it. Then you never had a catch with a skew chisel. Okay. Well, see, you should try one, and then you'll see, real quick like. But I'm going to show you how not to. Okay. Skews come in different sizes, 1 3/8, 3/4. This like 1 3/8. This is a gently fanned one. It's flat here. It curves around, gently curved, I should be saying. This is a traditional. I got a skew here. This is your traditional, and it's they're made out of different metals. This here's I think this is a Allen laser. It's an M1, M2. Do you guys know if they stamped M1 or M2 on here? Or don't you have any idea? Okay. This is Larry Miller's company, a glazer. That is a Vanadium. Am I saying that? Vanadium. Vanadium. Great, thank you. Vanadium. 10V glazer, and that's a really good metal there, and it holds a nice edge. They come, like I said, different sizes. Here's one that's 1/4 inch. I made that out of a screwdriver. Sometimes you want to get into a tiny place, it works. You have carbon steel. There's carbon steel. It doesn't hold an edge like the vanadium, but vanadium. Okay, vanadium does, but still it'll cut, and you can put a nice edge on, and it won't be no problem at all. John, you can.
Carbon steel, you don't want to use those CVN wheels on that. They'll clog up the wheel. Use only your regular abrasive wheel.
Thanks for telling me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's talk about, first place, the head of the skew is it's about 70 degrees from here to here, and the angle there, the cutting edge, is about 20 degrees. It's actually about, if you would, the thickness of your metal, and you take that times 1.5, and that's when you get your bevel. For example, a 3/8 thick, this should be about 9/16. And this should be about, like I said, about 70 degrees, doesn't have to be exact. On your gently curved one, this is straight across here, about a 1/4 inch width here, about 1/4 inch, it's straight, and then it just gently curves. But it's also 70 degrees here, about 70 degrees. One thing, and they're, like I said, it's all about 20 degrees angle, about that. Doesn't have to be exact. One thing that I really recommend when you get a tool like this is round over the bottom edge. You get you get nice and smooth. Of course, that's not smooth there. But anyway, you get nice and smooth whenever you're going along the tool rest. And here you break the edges on the top part. You have 4 cutting edges. 1, 2, and your long point 3, your short point 4. You'll see tonight we'll use all of them. To sharpen it, I just sharpen it on a grinding wheel. I put my table on the grinding wheel and I mark off 70 degrees both ways. Then I'll put it on there and just go right along your grinder, flip it over, do the same thing. One thing is that when you're grinding, you're going to go ahead and you'll get a hollow ground, because I have an 1/8 inch grinder. I use CBN wheels, and it'll go hollow here. And some people like Larry Miller, I don't know if anybody else does it here, but he has a belt sander, and he has his perfectly flat. And then there are some people that I don't know, I've never done this, but they go ahead and they grind it, and then they go up on the wheel and takes this away, so it kind of has a convex. Does anybody do that? I've never tried one, but a convex. You do, Bill?
I've
You just
seen
read.
Cap and Eddie on YouTube do it.
Mhm.
He does.
Yeah, it'd be cool to try it. But I have no trouble with the concave whenever so once you grind it, it's good to hone it. All you have to do is hone it right on the bevel here, right at this portion here. Let me get this. Right on this portion here, and then go into your edge. You don't want to round it over. Just go there, and that's one side, and then your other one on the bevel, go into your edge, that's 2, and then since this is rounded, you round that, and you go ahead and you hone that one. Is there any questions at all?
Did you form the shape on that one, that round? Or
No, this one came out there. This is the Allen laser, and he does that. I did it on these 2 though.
Okay.
You know, so it can be done. If anybody wants to learn how to do this, you're welcome to come to my shop. Just give me a call and we'll do it. It takes some time, but definitely worth it in my opinion. Okay, I'm going to start off with, let's start off with some easy cuts here. These are good cuts to do though. They're easy, but let's see here now. Forward, back.
Need to plug in, Chip.
Plug in, okay. Jeez, that always helps. Yeah, I need that later on, but not now. Okay, a peeling cut. You take your handle low and just bring it right into the wood. Just bring it right into the wood. This kind of cut removes a lot of wood real quick. Comes in handy. And the next cut is whenever you're doing that, you leave a lot of ridges. So to get rid of those ridges, you can go ahead and give it a scraping cut, just straight horizontal. When you do that type of cut, it removes a lot of metal, and removes a lot of wood, but it's a fast way to remove a lot of wood. But the thing of it is, of course, it leaves it very ragged. I think my thing just fell out here. So what we're going to do is to, of course, smooth that up. Why you all came here is we're going to have that really smooth where you just need maybe fine sandpaper. I'm going to try to describe what to do here. Okay, let's just say this is your tool rest. To make a planing cut, and this is all approximate, it's just to get started. You go ahead and get this about a 45 degrees, can it about 45 degrees, about 45 degrees to your wood, and you just move it right along. You raise your hand to it, you ride the bevel until it won't cut, and then whenever you just start going into it, then you just move right along. We'll get into that. Once again, approximately 45, 45, 45. Ride the bevel, it won't cut. And you just keep on pushing it along, and you'll get some really nice shavings if it's sharp. Once again, ride the bevel, it won't cut. And move right along. Now, how do you get a catch? Right, John? Yeah. That's why I have that red zone there. You go ahead, ride the bevel, you start cutting, and whenever you get down here to the tip, bam, you're going to get yourself a catch, which means you're going to ruin your workpiece or redesign it, right? Now, you can cut with the long point down. Ride the bevel, just go right along here. Now the thing of it is, this is the top portion, which is the unsupported piece of tool there, and once that catches, once again, as soon as you touch. So now you know what a catch is, so you know how not to do it, right? Any questions? Let's see.
I think that's easier said than done.
That is, John. It takes practice. Now we're going to keep talking about catches here a little bit. See if I can get a couple. Rod, you know how? You know how to do a catch?
Oh, yes, I do.
You didn't do any catches at my place, did you?
No, Bob did, and he's a lot more experienced than I am.
Did he? No, I didn't know. You didn't get a catch?
No, Bob,
Well,
Bob scared me.
I had Bob and Rod out just about a year ago. Actually, just about a year ago. And they had a lot of fun. They were on both lathes. And, of course, I couldn't do any turning because they were on my lathes, and they were having fun all day long. Yeah, trying to do it politely. Actually, how I got them going, I says, hey, you guys hungry? It was getting dinner time, and boy, they were ready to zip out. But they came back. Okay. Remember, 45, 45, 45, and that's all approximate. You ride your bevel, you ain't gonna cut. You lift your handle, and as soon as you cut, just bring it right along. And you'll have a very, very nice, if the tool's sharp, you'll have a very nice finish on it. Once again, 45, 45, and 45. Raise your handle, ride the bevel, raise the handle, and now one thing you can adjust whenever you're cutting there, you can adjust it going up this way just about to a 90, or you can go even lower. It all depends on what the wood really wants, what kind of wood it is. Now, I'm going to make a catch. I'll see if I can do it. Anyway, it's easy. Just hit the point. Hit the point. Just cut along there, then hit the point, and it will. Now, what I have here, what are these called? These stub?
Yeah. Step center.
Steb center. And I have here a cup holder. So, if you go ahead and have a catch in something like that, as long as you don't tighten it down, this is good practice. You can go ahead right along here. I got to tighten it down a little more because, and then, see, it's good practice to learn that. And then if you have a catch, it won't hurt nothing. It'll just stop. Now, I also recommend doing it left-handed. There's a lot of times when you need to go ahead and get into something that's left-handed. If you got to go that way and you're right-handed, you have to stand over here. It's very, very awkward. And if I can do it, I know you can do it. 45, 45, 45. Ride the bevel. Lock it into your body. Don't use your hands. Don't use your arms. Just go ahead and lock that right into your body. Move your whole body. You have much more control over it. The same way with grinding. Whenever you're grinding that at 70 degrees, well, you don't like grind this at 70 degrees, but you go ahead and I find if you hold it in your body and move it, you have much, much better control. Left-handed, it's very easy to do.
Spindle itself, you seem to be cutting off close to the top.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. You think, you said
It's from here, it seems like you're cutting off close to the top of the spindle. I'm just wondering where you're actually.
I'm really glad you asked that because I should be telling you that. And that is the tool rest is up above center. It is, yep. If it's below center, then you can still do it, okay? But it's kind of easier to see, I think, and all. But you can definitely do it below center. You don't want to get too far below. But yeah, at least the center or up above. Yep. Mm-hmm. And you can just see how nice of a finish it is. Yep. Yeah, it's really nice to learn how to use a skew because you do get a very beautiful finish off of it.
What kind of wood is that, Joe?
I'm glad you asked. It's a very expensive wood. It's called a...
Thank you.
Fred,
Big one.
it's called a 2x4. So I practice with 2x4s all the time. They're, by the way, they're always around, and I just cut them 1.5, 1.5. They're not really square. You don't need to have them square, but I get ones. I cut off the why some are short and longer. I cut out the knots. Even though you can still cut knots, no problem. It just dulls your blade up a little bit. I'm going to show you probably about 10 cuts or so.
What speed do you run that up?
High. 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 2,994 right at the moment. I don't know what this, I guess it's 3,000. Oh man, you get up to 32. Whatever you're comfortable with. Let's put it that way. Okay, another good cut to learn is a groove and a V cut. A groove cut is handle low and long point down, and you just raise it right into the wood. That's for decorations. For you see me doing the wire, holding the wire, burning the wire in. Bill has not gone to the Home Depot and get a. But whenever you use one of them, do you also use a skew or something to put a groove in to start it?
I start a groove.
Yeah.
The screw, maybe the corner of a parting tool,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, it helps it out.
But then the little eliminates the need to hold the wire.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. So as soon as I think of, I go into Lowe's all the time, but don't think about it. So, once again, to make a groove, you hold that, and you just raise your handle. We'll use different skews. Just raise your hand. Okay, just raise your handle, and you have it. Raise your handle. Raise your handle. Now, if you want to make a V out of it, you just go ahead and angle it. We'll go to one side. You want to go to the other side. Now you might want to make a V just for decorations, or you might want to make it so you can make a bead. Now let's keep that on. Can you hear me okay with that running? Can you? Okay, to make a bead, let's just call this a bead. You go ahead and take the short point and just round it over. After I make this V cuts here, you just go ahead and just round it over. I do it with my body, just round it over. This side, you could use your right hand and round it over. I like using my left hand because it seems it's more, I think, more natural. So once again, you just round it over. Just take your small short point. Take the long point down to make it more pronounced. Raise this up just a skosh. Get the long point down, curve it around. And that'll get you a bead. And you pass that around. I mean, you know, just a quick thing for a bead on a dirty piece of wood. I don't know how that piece of wood got so dirty. Can you wipe it down a little bit? It's a break time.
Keep going, Joe.
Okay, let's get the next cut. We're going to make a pummel. You guys that do furniture, you like to do pummels. A pummel is a transition from a square to a round. Now this isn't perfectly square piece, but it will do. Let's try another scoop. What I did, I made a mark here, and I'm going to cut on the waist side. I'm going to do the V cuts just to get rid of some wood, and then after I get rid of some of this wood, I'll go ahead and make a peeling cut. I can see my mark, so I'm going to make some peeling cuts, or excuse me, some V cuts to get rid of some wood. If I would make a peeling cut right away, it would splinter. So I'm going to work my way up to the line. Just want to see how I'm doing. Oh, okay. So now, with me doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and make a peeling cut. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring that tip right up to that square portion. And that'll give you an idea on how to make a pummel. Now, I'll make a pummel on the other side. It's like a convex pummel. I don't know what you really mean or what I'm going to say right, but there's a pummel that you go ahead and go and like convex. Let's try this one. From where a square piece will meet a round piece. Yeah, that'll give you an idea on that. Just remember, this is a piece of 2x4, but get yourself a nice piece of wood and it will do you. I'm going to give it one more cut here, build it up to speed, and we'll just come right over that. You can see what I mean by that. Two different types of pummels. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let me get a round piece here. It's got a knot in there. I'm going to try to stay away from that knot. Oh, I think I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. I'm just going to tree this up a little bit. This is a lot of fun using this. Okay, you can make a cove. You're going to go ahead and when you make a cove, you can start it out down here and you just scoop it. Just scoop it. Stay away from your tip and just scoop it. You will get up in here more. Good. I'm just want to explain to you that you can do it. Usually you'd use a spindle gouge, but I just wanted to explain to you that you can do it. Yep.
When you're roughing out a bowl, how often do you ever use a skew?
No. No, you don't use a skew. No. Nope, old gouge. Scraper. Yep. Yep. All right, guys, now, no questions?
I got one quick one.
Well, yes.
When you were cutting that, was you letting the small point in straight, or were you just right in the middle?
I'm sorry. The cove?
Anytime you're cutting. Because so here it looks like the small end is actually cutting too. Get your block of wood.
Oh, you mean am I cutting all of it?
Yeah. Using that, just like that. The little point is actually cutting here.
Not really. I really don't know how to really explain it, except, hey, where are these, throw them over here, will you? Is that the only one we got? Oh, two of them? Oh, a very neat, no, I don't need that. Bill, it's a good question. I'm going to tell you no, but you start out, you might go down. Let's use this big one. Now, does that look like it there? See, I'm not touching the bottom. If you touch the bottom, you're going to get something like this. Now, if I'm going up, like I did with that, when I made that pummel, then I'll use the bottom of it and just go right up there. But no, I'm not using this portion. It's, I guess it's pretty close. It does look like it, doesn't it? But it's not. Yeah, I could see that now, yeah.
If you use the small end, will it get a catch on the small end?
No. You mean if I hit the small here? No. What it'll do, no, it won't catch. You'll do this. If you want to make a flower or something, or a thing for a Christmas tree.
What kind of mushrooms are that?
Didn't hear you.
Mushrooms,
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, it does, yeah.
but it doesn't catch.
Yeah, right, no. You can use here, it won't catch at all. It's whenever you are, the catch is whenever you go and hit that tip, because it's, I think it's, see, that's a catch. But no, you can use any part of the tool then, see. Now you can go, I guess, back and it'll come back on you, you know. But as long as you go forward, come up to my shop. Bring your skews.
So you were using the small point when you were doing the bead.
Yeah. Yes, I was. Yes. Yep. Yep, I was definitely using a small point for the beads. Yep.
Would you use a skew to make a circle, a round ball?
You can, yes. Yeah. Now, I can't. Small ball, I can. A large ball. Oh, I made it for that cup and ball, right? I seen you guys do that.
race.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you did. Yeah. Yeah. But if you're talking about those big balls we made, what was it, a year or two ago? No, I'm not that good. No.
Now, John, were you using the small point for that whole thing or the flat of it?
John made that. But go ahead, John. What? Okay.
Trying to think when it, probably about the center third, I'd say. Center third to the tip. And then usually when I do it, I didn't notice you raising the handle, but generally I come up like this and raise the handle. So that when you come out of it, so you're not at a 45 like this one, you're down here at the bottom. Because it's easier to get a catch that way. But if you bring it this way, and then you bring your tip up, it keeps that from catching. And then also, right at the crease there, if you were to do multiple balls, it allows you to finish that neatly, and you don't get the fuzzies
Yeah.
at the edge there.
Yeah. Okay. What was exactly your question on that? What was your question on that?
On the ball?
Yeah.
Whether he used the small point for the whole...
Oh, okay. Okay.
After the whole tail.
Okay.
And I'd always finish right about midway. So as you come around that 45, you bring it up. The blow because you're finished up right about the 50
Do that.
Any more questions?
How far away you got that?
Fairly close. That's all I'm going to say is fairly close. In my opinion, it's like a lot of it, the closer the better. You know.
Here it looked like it's pretty far away.
And it could be. It could be, Bill. I wasn't really paying any attention to it, but yep, it could be. Thank you.
Does your tool try to pull your tool kind of pull in as you go if you're not holding it, or does it glide along?
It'll glide right along. Use your whole body. Just let it glide. Don't get a death grip, like I said. Just go right along it. It's really a lot of fun to use a skew. Any other? Now I know what you're going to ask me. So go ahead and ask. What? You did all that hard work in your shop. Now what are you going to do for fun, right? And that's what my wife asked me anyhow. You know, I tell my wife I'm going out to shop. She said, well, you're going to have some fun. I said, no, I'm going to work. And of course she knows better, but anyway. So anyway, but no, that was a lot of work. So I like to have some fun. And what I like to do is make a toy. I'm kind of a toy guy. And you want to try, you learn your different cuts by making a toy. Long point down. Just take some nice hits. It's good, very good practice. Does anybody have my paddle?
Got passed around with the...
Yeah. That's part of the demonstration, Rod. But anyway, it's a lot of fun here. Just go ahead. Long point down. I have kids come over from the neighborhood. I know some of you have grandchildren. They love to help design a top. Make yourself a nice point. Now one problem we have here with this 2x4 is it wants to peel out. That tip will sometimes wants to kind of mushroom, wants to tear out and all. Just take some nice little slivers. Then you want to go ahead and maybe you want to try, take a peeling cut. Then you want to try maybe making a little bit of a, kind of like a bead. It's all practice. Bill, see, I'm sticking my finger through there, so just for information, it doesn't matter. You can be further, you can be closer. Okay, now you want to go ahead and kind of make the handle just back and forth, good body movement. You don't use your arms or hands, just holding the tool. Yeah, you might want to try to get in there with the long point down, and maybe you want to make some decorations. The more you use this tool, the more fun you'll have. I better check this to make sure that it's, oh, okay, I see. I need to round that off just a skosh more. Okay, so let's go ahead in here and we'll keep doing that. I'm going to make a cove. Now get rid of those whiskers. Make a little V cut here. No wooden with a long point down. We'll go ahead and make a little like a bead there. And we'll get more down here. Whoop, there we go. Can't make it too thin or the youngsters can't grab a hold of it. Can't make it too thick or the youngsters can't get a hold of it. You got to make it just right. I'm getting more near the tip. That's good practice. Just learn tool control.
Are you gonna put point on the handle end?
Oh, come on, Bill. You know me. I wasn't going to say nothing. I want to check this out. What was that weird thing? Yeah, whoa. That was weird. Okay, that's actually kind of thick. Okay.
It's automatic.
Good. And since some lucky kid's going to go ahead and use this, you just sand it lightly here. You don't have to do much sanding, but want to get rid of all the burrs. When you do this, do not go up to the tip. I'll just hit it again with a finer sandpaper. Then I'll just put some, let's put some carnauba wax on there. You can go ahead and take a permanent marker, different colors. Whenever the kids come over, I make a top and let them design it. Let's go ahead and burn that in with a paper bag. There's one tool I did not talk about. This is a skew. It's an oval skew. Do you guys have, I'm sure a lot of you might have the oval. You know, these are flat. This is the only oval skew I got. It's harder to, Bill, do you mess with oval skews? I thought you did one time. You did. Yeah, I have a tough time sharpening them. Do you have a jig maybe, or just?
I use the Wolverine, but sometimes you got to be further out than the little thing allows you to be.
Oh, okay.
So then I just freehand it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did with this one, but I made a mistake on this one. As you see, the point is much more pointier, so I made a mistake. The bevel comes way in here. I don't know what size that is. I was saying this should be like 40 degrees, and this is maybe like 60 or something like that. It really goes back. I thought I actually I left it sit around for a good while. Excuse me. So anyway, then I needed something to part off with, and I used this as a parting tool. Since this is so thin and beveled back, if you go ahead and try to make a planing cut, it'll catch. It's kind of a catchy tool there. But you can certainly, I like to part off with that tool. And it's good practice to see how close you can get without that thing coming off until you're ready. You learn tool control this way. What do you think, Bill? Now I'm going to go ahead and part it off. It's pretty thin. Let me just better hit. I'm going to part it off, but I'm going to use one hand. I can go ahead and, of course, you hold down your hand or your finger or something whenever you're doing it normal. But what I do is I put one finger down here, and it also will be in my body. So that's what's. So instead of using, excuse me, instead of using, I can use one hand now. And I'm just going to part it off. And we got it parted off. Now there's just a little bit of, not bad, just a little bit of a whisker there. Of course, some of you who've been in my shop have seen this before. Now we want to see, whoop, I'm out of scope, huh? Want to see if it balances correctly. Were you okay here? Yeah, we are. Yep. And we got ourselves a spinning top. Thank you very much. But I'm not finished. Did you ever see the top go upside down, though?
You may be one of them. I can never get the other small end.
Oh, yeah. It's like doing too good. There you go. Whoa. So thank you, guys. Yeah, so it's out of control. Well, thank you, guys. Now, listen, anytime if you want to, you're welcome to my shop. Do some of this stuff. I'm not an expert, but, you know, I've been doing it for a while. So you're all welcome to come to my shop. Just give me a call. Rod, you're welcome to come again.
Where you at? Joe, where are you at?
In St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
Mm-hmm. And where are you at? You're in Shippensburg.
Outside of Gettysburg.
Oh, that's close enough. Just keep riding through. But you're very welcome. Very welcome to come to my shop anytime. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Joe.
Welcome.